Alrighty, so let me just bring things up. Okay, so I am jumping in quickly on this one because I've just literally done the Hope SWR match and I was asked if I could do it, and I have my kit set up, so here I am. This is the so we're starting a fraction late, I think. This is the Season 10 Walker Cycle 2 match between DBDH and Dot that we are seeing right now, getting ready to go underway. So I think we're probably going to skip some of the formalities because these guys have been in here for a while. They're still waiting for a couple more players, actually. Let me just check the calendar and see what time this is actually meant to be at, because I'm not completely sure. I think it's 6:40. Let me bear with me. This is it's a 6:15 game. Okay, so they are, yeah, they're running a bit late. I assume that they'll bring in a couple more players. Then maybe they were waiting for players or myself to cast. Anyway, we are up and running now. We've got one more player to come in. So looking at this, we've got some pretty rough pings on the let me just get my client up here. Oh, wrong one. Bear with. Yeah, so we're on Dallas and we're seeing some pretty rough pings for the dock team. I'm not sure where they are actually, but they're clearly not in America with red and yellow pings, whereas I'd assume that DBDH are if they're all green, so that'll be quite a significant ping difference between the two teams. So they will do a server swap. Our maps today, let's have a quick looky at what we've got today. We are doing we're doing a canyon, waterway and stadium today. So of course the canyon is a payload, then the waterway is a domination, and the control point is exactly as it sounds. Hopefully by now you're probably all familiar with this. Now let's get a let's have a look in the YouTube and see what's going on in there. And we've got some, we do have some viewers. Okay, cool. Right, okay, let's get a poll going, and we will go hang on, so poll start a yeah, I'm tired and not seeing very well. I ran a long way today. Okay, so I'm just going to put canyon ? And you can choose what you think, who you think is going to win, whether it'll be DBDH or Doc. And I'm going to start that, and we'll just leave that running for a bit, and then you can make your choices. So just waiting for one more player to come in on the Doc team now, and then we will have a full house and we can get rolling. A quick note says, well, that you can watch this stream in Metaverse. Interesting. It's not. Is that? That's really weird. I'm not seeing that the stream updating properly in YouTube. Just give me 1 second. I'm just going to check that, make sure it's actually working. It's going to be really annoying. It's not. Oh, it is. It is. It's just a bit of. There's just a bit of a lag on this. I'm going to refresh it. YouTube Studio not being. Yeah, that's cool. We're working. It's all good. It's all good. A little bit of lag on the YouTube Studio for some reason. Oh, he's playing into the wrong one. Let me go down and help him to play into the correct. Oh, a bit crazy. They're saying hi to the wrong drone. We can't see you from that one, guys. It's this one. It's quite funny when you run these drones. You get quite a lot of cuddles from the players, and they come and say hello, and they treat you like a pet. It's kind of fun. So you can see that we've got, of course, we've got the canyon up for the map, and league payload, and team chat only, and we got a bit of triangle action from Gremlin there. Thank you very much. Woo, yay, very nice. Still just waiting for one more player. I'm not sure what the timings are on regulations for this, because obviously we started late. So oh dear, my drone's doing. Oh, I know. I've switched to a player. I had this thing earlier, and I can switch away from the player. How do I do that? N. That's it. I had this thing earlier where my drone just went, oh, it seems to have claimed it again. It's really weird. I don't know what's going on there. There was a slight bug earlier as well where, yeah, it's getting a little bit of it again now. The drone goes at a strange angle, and I don't know quite what happens with that, but it is what it is. We are in anyway, so that's good. So let's just check. Yeah, still waiting for one more player from the dock side. I'm guessing things have maybe been a little. Well, we're good. Oh, they're going to play anyway. Okay, maybe that's what that is. Not sure. What is going on with these drones? They're doing really odd things. And hopefully they won't during the match, because I don't need them to. Oh, I see, it picks up the angle of whoever's heads is, but what is going on? And maybe that's. No, I don't know what's going on with these drones. It's really weird. It's like it's taking over control for some reason. So let's just hope it doesn't do that in the match. It doesn't matter too much because oh, and we're up. Right, okay, that was quick. Let's look at the rollouts. I will try and get the. That was all very quick. Get the drone corner up for you. Get that onto the cart. Right way around. Yeah, we've got a bit of an issue with that. Just bear with me 1 second while I get the drone onto the correct.
Match starts in 3, 2.
That's the one. Okay. Okay, we are rolling. So mini maps up. Drones looking good. Someone killed themselves. Gremlin killed himself there. And I'm just going to go to that so I can see the screen. So great movement from the dock team so far. They've already ran that first corner and halfway along that bottom straight. Gremlin picking up the bursts, which are a good weapon at this point in time. A lot of people moving to bursts recently, but goes to critical health and goes for the. Oh, but there's no health in the chaos health. So he's going to have to wait this out, but looks like Ripper needs it too. They're going to fighting for that health. That means the cart's probably been moving while they've been out, and it has, nearly doing that bottom corner now. Doc making good movement there. 5 minutes and 3 though. They still do need to keep that moving. Dark Angel, excellent player, Dark Angel. Revolver on cart there, making it very difficult for the dock team to get onto the cart, but they're nudging a little bit. And once they're around this corner, they are pretty exposed to the Mars room, which of course is the point of control everyone is after at this point in the game. Oh look, he's got the lava skins. Foxy Samara. Not sure if that's a guy or a girl, but they've got the lovely lava skins and the shotguns. I'm going to have to get those, I keep on going on about them. Robotibot there, causing problems to the red teams, and they're trying to disrupt from that top rail, just waiting on them to go and make a mistake of going down that top rail without looking back into that health. Robotibot now pushing the cart, great movement. They do need to make up this time though, 4 minutes. Oh, he jumped off the cart, you need to be on the cart. That's it, double stacked. They need that double stacking right now, although it's vulnerable, they do need it. Right, let's have a look at this poll, see what's going on here. We're going to end the poll now. Hey Ganja man, good to see you. Seems like we're spending a lot of time on YouTube tonight, isn't it? We've got Shani, hey Shani, and Resonance in the chat. And the prediction for Canyon was DBDH with an 80% to 20, although we've got 10 votes, so it's a fairly small poll, but it is still what it is, and we shall see. It certainly looks like they're holding down Doc pretty hard right now. 325, you would hope to be higher up the hill than that. You'd be looking to be around the corner really, so we could be looking at a checkpoint here. But them being checkpointed, I mean. They can't make a movement now though. They've got rockets up, low and left. Robotibot looking like he's looking to contest Mars and just keep the red team away. Oh yeah, there it is. Takes the health, needs it. Goes to a 1-to-1. Gremlin can't stop for a second, but Robotibot's got good cart focus in this. And jet ski goes down, killed himself to, I think, a rocket by the looks of it. It happens to the best of us, my friend. Jet ski, oh, I like that name. That's kind of cool. I'm not very familiar with most of these players. Just going through, I know Robotibot a bit. I know Dark Angel. The other guys I'm not so familiar with, so I can't really tell you anything about their playstyle. We've got double rockets there from the health ledge. Looking for the dash. Jet ski kind of needs that to be able to move around enough to stay safe. Strangely, you wouldn't think so for a rocket player. That's an interesting strategy. Going right up with rockets. Oh! Ah! Nearly worked. Yeah, you tend to find Rocketeers hang back at that point in time. They're just looking to make sure that nothing can get on that cart, so they'd hang back and stay safe whilst dropping rockets on the cart and then letting the disruptors weaken people before they reach it. So really the rockets are the last kind of port of call as people reach the cart. So that was an interesting strategy. Robotibot now dies to Gremlin and who? How do you say that? Who? A lot of trading going on, but they are now just around that corner, but with 1 minute and 18 seconds on the clock, it's going to be hard for them to get this back. This is for Doc, I mean. Very tricky for Doc to get a checkpoint, get the checkpoint from here. I'm not saying it's not possible, anything is possible in this game. I have seen some crazy stuff. Bear with me, I've just got a Discord I need to check. I'm just going to let you guys watch this for a second while I put this into the Discord so people can see. Actually, I'll just wait to see what happens with the checkpoint first, because I have a feeling with 33 seconds to go, Doc are going to struggle with this, and we're going to see them checkpointed by DBDH. Jet ski taking a high ledge position. I heard shots coming in there though, so someone's shooting at his bottom, I think. Nice rockets, but I'm hearing, where are those shots coming from? Sounded like it was behind him. Can't tell, but they've got 7 seconds. And Red are on the cart and dominating that space, so we're going to see them checkpointed. Revolver, that's it, that is it. That is, Doc have been checkpointed by DBDH. So now DBDH needs to get further than that. Really? And having seen, let's have a look at the KDs in this so far. What have we got? So, Gremlin going 29 to 13 right now, and Ripper 27 to 60. Yeah, these are good. These are 2-to-1 KDs going on here ish, and on for at least 3 of those players, and then 1-to-1 for the other 2 on the DBDH team, and on the Doc team we've got negative KDs across the board there. So kill power wise, DBDH are definitely storming this, and the predictions in the chat of 80% look probably, yeah, who knows, it's looking quite strongly in favour of that prediction right now. You're welcome, Baba Yaga, it's my pleasure, man. No problem at all. And yeah, pre-check, yeah, exactly. Tell you what though, this game is a crazy game, anything can happen. That's the bottom corner done though, and they are making good time with 5:13 on the clock. DBDH are keeping that cart moving, they're double stacked right now. Looking at the mini-map, there's quite a lot of red presence in Mars right now, which is good for red. They do need to hold down Mars. But that cart is still moving regardless, so they've got the presence, but it feels like they're not capitalising on it at this point in time. 446 with 29.31% on the car on the payload progress. Revolver really needs their help. Oh, lovely pick! It's a shame he went out to hoo because that was nearly absolutely beautiful. Yeah, I'm hoping chat can hear me this time. I had some problems with the audio last time, like I forgot to switch it on. And I think the volumes may not have been great, but hopefully they're a bit better now. So it takes a bit of time to balance the audio with the music and the game audio as well, and everything kind of shifts around when you're not looking. Kart is slowed a fraction up that section through the archway there. It's made a little bit slower for it. It's still making progress, but it's a little bit slower. Jet ski looking for that health. Oh, he needs it. Oh, but it's taken. He's going to die. One shot and he's dead. So he looks for the cart. Get any progress. Oh, but look, he's going. He's on cart and he's alive. Go jet ski. Woo! He's still alive. Great movement there from jet ski. Probably must be on like 2% health and goes down. Cart now is not quite round the corner, but oh yeah, no, yeah, I'd say that's round the corner, isn't it? And they've got 3:30 to get to that payload goal in that Winston this map, but then it's a question of how far they can get after that. Pretty sure they're going to make this though. That's it, they're through. So this map goes to DBDH, who are still pushing that cart. Write this down so my adult brain can take it. And they were through with about, well, they're not quite through checkpoint actually, are they? Let's just wait for that. I need to get my little graphic ready because that's definitely going to be a checkpoint. Are they through? I think they are now. No? Yeah, that's true, isn't it? I'm going to call that a checkpoint. Great. And that was with around 2 minutes or so on the clock, I think. I wasn't looking at it, but it must have been around that from what I was looking at. Good spread of players all over the map now, but jet ski is jet skiing that payload along that bottom section now. They're under the archway. There was a name for that. I don't know what the name for it is. Someone said it the other day. I hadn't heard it before, or I'd heard it but never known what it was. Fantic a little bit low on health there. Looks for health. Takes the kill, but there's no health. Oh, Revolver takes him out. Halo's still moving. Red really need to concentrate on stopping that cart because it is still moving. Oh, Russian King. Yeah, I played with Russian King. Yeah. Oh no, it's not moving. Yeah, it's on again. Yeah, one on. Gara's looking busy with pistols, I think. No, SMGs. Sometimes it's so hard to tell. The fire rate of some of the players in this game is crazy. Cart's moving, doing that bottom corner now, going up the hill. This gives them a little... Oh, Revolver off. Maybe someone switched on. Yeah, they've got double stack, so I'm guessing Revolver has got a more of a disruption role in this. Cart's pushing. No, it's not. It's dead. Cart is dead right now. Who taking... Oh, we've got 3 around Cart now, so it's going to be a little bit of a scrimmage to get to the Cart at this point in time. But Ripper's in at it. Taken out by Russian King on double SMGs. There's people bouncing all over the place. Look, those rafters are crazy. Woo! And now it's just a question of who's got the most health, who can last it out. But Russian King's pretty weak now, needs that health, so he's going to be taken out by Ripper. Quite a fun strategy at this point in the map is to sit underneath. If you're on the red team, this is sit underneath the visor of the car and pop your head around. Quite often works. By the way, excuse me if I'm sounding a bit bunged up, it's because I am. Oh, nice kill from Revolver there up in the attic. There, 6 minutes. And they are in this last section now. So this is looking like 100% for DBDH at this point in time, and they're still rolling. Doctor's struggling to clear the cart. There's enough roll-in off the blue team to just keep someone on the cart and distract the red team from being able to clear the cart. So it makes movement like that. Russian King taking the dash, the health, I mean. Ripper now just looking for not looking for cart, he's looking for resistance. And it seems that resistance may be futile with 5 minutes and 16 on the clock. There's been a little bit less movement there for the last 30 seconds though. This of course gives the red team a massive spawn advantage at this point in it. But 5 minutes and 3 should be plenty of time to get there, I would think. So, hey Brewski, this is the first map, and then yes it is, it's a waterway after this. And then of course, if it is a tie on those two maps, we go to a control point at the decider. And it might be a double control point with these guys, because their ping difference is so crazy. That cart's still moving, just very, very briefly. Let's have a quick look. At that ping difference, it is crazy. So yeah, most of the dock team are on a very difficult ping here. So that is definitely worth noting as we see this, what looks to be a significant victory from DBDH, is the dock are all on red or yellow ping, and that really does matter. So the tables will be turned on waterway, and I would say probably. Most likely they'll move to a US server, New York or Dallas, and I would say that Waterway is quite a difficult map. That's DBDH takes the win, so well done for DBDH with 3 minutes and 34 left on the clock. So we will go to, just writing that down, we will now go to the end scores, which I'm going to probably use the wrong. Need to get that one, and it is a canyon, so we can do this and we can have a look at the scores. Got to do this quite quickly because they're going to drop out. In fact, they're already dropping out. It makes it a bit difficult to do this, but I'll do as fast as I can. 34-34 for Russian King, Dark Angel 34-47, Hoo Hoo 27-54, Revolver 72-32. That's a fantastic KD and a very high kill rate. 50 to oh no, they're dropped. Okay, so I'm going to put you the Dash League info for a moment, and I will be back with you very shortly. So apologies, it looks like I've got a Hyperdash client crash, so I'm just going to need to do something about that before I can even join the lobby, so bear with. Alrighty, we are back in the room. I have a slightly, what would you call it, slightly fragile setup, I think, for this. It seems to have had a bit of a crash, and I've got one of the clients lagging in the background, but this one seems to be working, and I don't want to delay this. It seems like we're all good. Yeah, we're all good at this end. Looks like they may be going straight into this. Let's have a quick look there on Amsterdam. Okay, so, oh, yeah, interesting. Okay, let's do this. Let's see what happens. So, I will remove the Dougi cam. There we go. And so Doc will be really wanting to capitalize on this map, and it seems like a slightly more even spread of pings, but I wasn't expecting both teams to be having yellow on this, so I'm not sure where Doc are based, because I would expect them to choose a server with a green ping. So somebody in the chat wants to enlighten me, that would be great. In the meantime, I am going to put up a poll for this. Let's see. This has all happened very quickly, so please bear with me as I try to keep up with it. Put this up, and you can tell me who you think is going to win. What a way! Yeah, okay, cool. Okay, let's have a look and see what's going on in the actual game. There's a brief countdown there. Let's do the end scores ready as well. Okay. Russian King doing some sniping from the ledge there. They're looking for button B. It's an interesting choice when button B is available there to not just go for it. I guess they've got a strategy around that though. The strategy on Waterway tends to be relatively simple. It's not a complex map, it's just a tricky one. There's a lot of distance sightlines in this, and spawn advantage when you're trying to take the other button, of course, is very significant. So there's a lot of exposure, which is why a lot of people snipe, exactly like Russian King's doing here. Sometimes with pistols, with a little bit of fall off on them, of course, or with the snipers, which you pick up from the basement. Love you as I do, Russian King. I'm just going to switch to someone who's moving around more. A bit of busyness in the basement. Jet ski going down main with no dash, so he'll be looking for cover. There it is. That's okay. Button's gone. Means he doesn't get the dash though, so he has to hang around just a fraction longer. Interesting choice to take rockets there. Taking flak from a sniper. Frantic with the sniper. There it is. Shield and sniper combo on the top ledge there. It's a classic, of course. It's the Lil Freeze position. Looking at our KDs, I'd say that Doc are definitely doing significantly better than they were in the last one. So that ping advantage maybe is the thing, or maybe this is just their map. Doc have been holding two buttons quite a bit so far too, so this feels more evenly spread. Let's see what the... Yeah, I won't quite end the poll yet, but we have a few coming in. Yeah, double CP would be good to watch. Gadget, it's interesting. I don't know which home server would be Doc's home server, if anyone could enlighten me, because they're playing... Let's just briefly have a quick look. They're playing on Amsterdam, and their pings are all awful, frankly. So there must be a server closer to them. If anyone knows where they're based, that would be good to know. This is, for anyone joining us now, this is the Season 10 Walker Cycle 2 match in the Dash League Net 1, the Dash League Network, playing the wonderful game of Hyperdash. And you are seeing DBDH versus Doc. In the first game, DBDH won Canyon with 3 minutes and 34 left at 100%. They checkpointed Doc. Either signalling there or a little bit of an arm ache. Sorry, Russian King, I'm just gonna move out again. The same reason as before. Let's see who else is playing. A little bit of busyness there. So we've got 5 minutes in, and this feels reasonably static. We're not seeing a lot of countdowns. They're just like mini ones. Quite a lot of sniping going on. For Waterway, this feels like a relatively static Push to B. Now Jetski will be waiting for the dash that he needs to be able to progress. You don't really want to slide down those rails, because as you slide down there, they shoot you. He takes the... Oh, maybe he's just defending B. Goes out to Fantic, who's still sniping though. Fantic, let's have a look at his KD now. 25-3. Yeah, I was going to say he hasn't really died. And let's have a look at Russian King as well, who's going 17-3. So they've got two snipers there, Russian King and Fantic, holding things. And again, for reasons as before, I'm just going to move. Oh, another sniper now on the red team this time. So we're seeing... Oh, Fantic took him out. Countdown for DBDH. Counters on B. Two buttons with B now. Oh, two buttons with... Sorry. Two buttons with Doc, I meant. Changed anyway. Countdown for DBDH. Can't quite do it though. They just managed to get the countdown to about 2.5 seconds and then gets counted. This feels like a very much more even balance. You've got some pretty crazy KDs going on the dock side on this, and we were not seeing those in the previous map. So that is, I think, a combination of, it's mostly sniping doing that. But Jetski going 5-23 and Ripper going 9-26. So DBDH are not going to be happy with those KDs. Gremlin 9-25 and Foxy Samurai 4-13. So those are uncomfortable KDs for DBDH after such an excellent win on Canyon. Looks like those snipers are just mauling them. And that means a change of the way that you play, right? You can't just play as if there wasn't a sniper there. Things like picking up the bottom dash suddenly become really dangerous. 17-22 and no points on the clock. Scoreboard. Countdown for DBDH. Ooh, the back. DBDH manages to maintain a presence. It's a countdown. Fantic going 33-8 right now. Interesting, more countdowns for DBDH, but the KDs are almost literally inverted. That's crazy. So you could say maybe that Doc could push out a little bit more because they're not kind of finalizing the buttons, but on the other hand, they are wiping out DBDH as they come in. So. Oh, it's a countdown for Doc. This feels like a sudden death in 15 minutes time. Right, let's have a look at that poll and see where we are. I'm going to end it now. So the poll has DBDH at 67%. I guess having watched the way they were on Canyon, that would be a very reasonable prediction. At this point though, I reckon, I don't know, we're going to go 1-0 in sudden death? Or DBDH going to... Oh no. Let's move to a different player. Oh, not that one, he's dead. There we go. Oh yeah, those are the Mystic skins or whatever they are. I've got those, they make a funny sound. Gremlin doing shocks, I think possibly trying to take out those snipers, but falls in the water. Easily done. You can land on that bottom rail, by the way. It's kind of fun. It confuses people. And by the way, when I say land on it, I mean statically, not moving, you just land on it. Oh, those are sweet skins, aren't they? Yeah, I think I need to donate them to myself. Brief countdown for Doc there. Another countdown. This does feel like a bit of a stalemate, though. One or other team is going to need to either luck out on the number of people they've killed at that moment in time, or change the strategy a little bit to get the advantage. This feels like they're very balanced in here. They've now gone, what's that, nearly 12 minutes, and I was going to eat my words, and nothing on the scoreboard. We've got Fantic with a 42-8 KD though. That is insane. And poor Jetski going 5-38 is being absolutely hammered. Maybe needs to have a look at the routes. But it's difficult when you've got two snipers there. It is, isn't it, on the Doc team? It does make it difficult to go anywhere, frankly, if they're hitting you. Gandrew, what's the 1 minute rule, man? I don't know that I know that. If it's something to do with Hyperdash or if it's a joke about the, I don't know, picking stuff up or something. Who knows? So we're pretty much exactly halfway through now. Would be kind of cool to see something there. Okay, we had a countdown and a point. Finally, Doc get a point. So all of that sniping paid off in the end, and I think it was just a case of there being enough kills on the board to hit the buttons without being interrupted. So can they now hold this to the end and claim this map, which would be good for them because it would mean they go to a control point then, and then really we see the crazy for a few minutes and then it's over? Or will DBDH pull this back? It's good to see a point on the board though. And Fantic, again, I'm not going to hang around with you. 54-8. I don't think you're going to die any soon on this. I'm going to just ooh, gold shotguns. Very pretty. Who's that? That's who. It's like maybe a controller problem possibly there. Oh, but capitalized there by Foxy. Russian King goes down. It's going to need the dash and health there. Takes it. Looking to go back to a sniping position. We've got Jetski going bottom rail, looking for cover. Finds it. Looks for rockets. Oh, sweet. Okay. That works. Double rockets now. Okay, yeah, that could be disruptive. Especially if you can hook it up. That's a red countdown. Oh, very close to 1 second. DBDH nearly reclaiming a point there. Nice kill from Jetski as he goes up onto the button B there, but Robotibot wipes him out. Robotibot needed that health now. Grabs it. Oh, someone's got the dash. No, they haven't. They're just very quick. Nice. Okay, Revolver. Looking to waddle through that bottom section of B, but gets a couple of shots in his butt. Oh, nice. I like those shotguns. They're pretty, aren't they? Yeah. Doc putting up a much better fight in this one. Having seen them on Canyon and that very unfortunate checkpointing. I think the chat was probably perfectly reasonable to say this was going to be 67% DBDH's game, but you know what? Doc have got a point, and they are holding it. All they need to do is hold that for the next 9 minutes, and they've been doing that, let's face it, for the last 20 minutes. Then they can still win this match. That's a countdown for DBDH. Doc counters. Oh my goodness, I've got a head cold right now. Countdown. Counted. It's a lot of that. A lot of these countdowns going to about 2 or 3 seconds. Countdown for DBDH. Very brief though. Seeing a bit more red action now as DBDH pile the pressure on, knowing that they've really only got 8.5 minutes, and they'll be very aware of the static nature of this game so far, and they'll be needing to do something, and like I said earlier, change something up. It feels like they've changed something up in their approach there. Hey Ricotti, good to see you. Well played in that match. That was awesome. Ricotti, we had DBDH win the Canyon in the first map, which Shani looks like Shani already told you that. Yay! Ooh. Russian King. Yeah, we all saw that Robotibot. That's a countdown for DBDH. None of them quite capitalising though. Bear with me guys, I just got what sounds like a little bit of a thing to deal with. Sorry guys, a little bit of a household emergency to deal with there, but it is all good. Well, hopefully. Anyway, we'll see. Oh, that's a countdown for Doc. Not held though. DBDH are going to be very conscious of this time ticking away now. Gremlin taking a couple of pot shots at the dead guy on the floor. This has been a very evenly balanced. So look at the KDs because they're always fun with this, but that's one thing I would say with that. This has been crazy for Waterway to have a 71 kill from Fancic there. That's very unusual on this map. Five minutes and 24. Oh. No, you know, I thought that might be it. But no. So DBDH really need to put some pressure on now because they need a point, even to go to Southern Death. And I did say Southern there, not Southern, by the way, just... It sounds a little bit like Southern, didn't it? I think that's my cold. Revolver building up dash as he goes along that bottom route, but not quite enough. Robotibot, just a little bit more accurate. Blue team's countdown. That was a quick trade of countdowns there. Revolver nicking that dash from the dead body on the floor. Robotibot looking for that bottom B dash. At this rate, it's looking like this is going to go to Doc. DBDH just not quite managing to keep those holds. And so much killing power in those snipers with 81 and 73 and 60 on the snipers. We've got Revolver doing 68 to 38 on the DBDH side as well though, so yeah. Sorry dude, just gonna switch out. Oh, that's the trouble, because you keep on going back to the snipers when they have such a high kill rate. Jetski just misses that button but goes back for it. Ah, I know that feeling. Sometimes it's not dash. If you look, he's got dash. Sometimes, I don't know what it is, it's a bug in the game or something, I don't know. But sometimes you can have the dash, you can jump off, you can aim at that rail, you can see it locking on, and then you let go of your button and it just doesn't. Jetski likes the water, but I guess that's the Jetski, and that is... Oh, I thought that was a DBDH point, but it wasn't. Yeah, it just sometimes doesn't lock on. And you're falling and falling and falling, and then you're in the water. I think it's a little quirk of the game, but it's frustrating when it happens because it's always in a stress position that happens, of course, because you're doing a move like that. Chesky takes the button. Oh, taken out by Russian King. That's a countdown for Doc. With 2:27 though, DBDH really need to push this now. We are nearly in that final minute, so DBDH are going to need to do something pretty special now. It's been a locked game pretty much apart from that 1 point, so this looks like a Doc win if DBDH can't get that all important countdown and take a sudden death, or potentially just another button as well. That's a countdown though. Ooh, indeed. It is, it's really quite an interesting outcome, this. "30 seconds to run now." Doc are going to be very pleased with being able to hold that 1 point going, because that was a very important point for them in this game. That's a countdown for DBD. 17 seconds. The pressure's on. Oh, no. And looking at that mini-map, I don't think there's time for them to get there. And so that's a Doc win. Very good. Okay, let's have a quick look at our end scores there on Waterway. So Revolver going 85 to 46. That's absolutely crazy. Ripper going 39 to 87. That's also crazy. The other way around. Gremlin 37 to 80. 18 to 79 for Jet Ski, 24 to 47. These are crazy scores. 69 to 68. Dark Angel going almost 1-1 there. 85 to 67 for Robotibot. 96 to 22 for Fantic is a crazy KD. 72 to 21 for Russian King, and Hoo 9 to 28. Now they will do at least one control point now. So let's go back to the game scene and see what is going on. There's the control point. It may be one, it may be two. I'm not sure what they're doing today because their pings are a little bit kind of unusual in that regard. I wouldn't be too surprised if they just do the one, but we'll see. Here we go. This is going to be a control point. Let's do it. Okay. So, for anyone not familiar, 250 seconds on the clock. Every time you hold down the button, you add seconds to your colour's clock. First 250 wins. And if it goes to 2 games, then it's all on time. So DBDH taking a slightly early lead. Let's have a quick look. The DBDH having a slight ping. No, well, yeah, depends if you average them. Maybe they're exactly the same. I wouldn't be surprised if they just do the one. Let's just see. So this is to play for now because Doc got the waterway. So you'll be looking for an early lead and then a hold of that lead in this map. And DBDH do have that early lead at this point in time. Looking at it, it's hard to tell at this point, but I think you've got a very slight kind of domination from DBDH at this point in terms of kills and stuff too. Not much in it though. Too early to tell. Again, strategy on control point tends to be relatively simple. Sometimes you have this guy like Russian King here holding down the button with SMGs. That's a classic position. Sometimes people choose not to do that because it takes the player out of the circle. Oh, Ripper just wandered in front. That was unfortunate. I think he might have dropped down. Let's put a poll on. Okay, I'm going to start a poll. I know we're halfway in, but just for the funsies. DBDH are now 95 to 34 on the clock though, so this is looking very strongly in favour of DBDH at this point in time, and their KDs are looking a bit like that. That is kind of reflected in the KDs too. So the DBDH holding twice as much button time at the moment than DOP. And their pings are relatively evenly balanced if you average them, so... Can't hear the game sound. It's interesting. Why that is. I'm gonna look after this actually because otherwise no. Let's look. No, game sound is up. Not sure why you're not hearing that. Yeah, I'm hearing it on my YouTube too, so not sure what's going on with that. Very heavy lead now from DBDH on this map, with 160 seconds on the clock, 86. So they've been running at about double the time on the clock the whole way through. So that's a very commanding lead right now. So at this point, I'd be expecting DBDH to take this. And after such a good fight on Waterway, that would be disappointing for Doc. And then I just don't know if we're doing a second control point. Let me see in my Discord, see if anything was said about that. There's Gremlin playing. Yeah, okay. Oh, sweet pick from Revolver with the rocket there. Interesting choice on this map. Needs some health though. Oh, look at that. The button holding shit. Oh, and then self-destruct. Oh, we've got a gift for that, haven't we? Self-destruction. Woo! Yeah. Happens to the best of us. Russian King taking the health there, and then taking the high position with shotguns this time. And changing up the strategy a little bit there as they're seeing DBDH taking that lead, so maybe the double SMG combo wasn't working as well as he'd hoped. Ripper looking for health. Double SMGs on DBDH side though, ripping into the blue team there in the circle. Getting confident enough to move up with them and just mowing them down at this point. 2:29 with 20 seconds left on the clock. This is going to go to DBDH. And then after, I have no way of knowing if it's going to be a double control point, so I will just have to put it onto a hold music for a bit to see. Although if so you just have to chill and wait and see, and I'll let you know. But that is DBDH winning the control point there, and just don't know if they're doing a double. So bear with me. Let's just get the scores up for. Oh, they are. Yeah, scores up for that in a second. Okay, so on the control point, we had 34-13 for Ripper, 13-19 for Gremlin, 21-19 for Revolver, Foxy with 21-16, Jetski 13-17, Dark Angel 16-23, Frantic 15-25, Robotibot 21-24, Russian King 25-12, and Hoo 6-18. Now they're dropping, so yeah, usually if they all drop simultaneously, that means they're moving out, and they are dropping. So I'm gonna pop this onto a holding screen for you, whilst I check what's going on. They're not all going actually. I think that might be it. Difficult to tell. If anyone knows in the chat, this would be a good time to say. But I think that may be it, because there are still some dock people hanging around in that map. Let me just check. Bear with me as I have a look on the server and see if there is anything going on. Yeah, well, there is another server up. Seems only to be DBDH players at the minute. Bear with me. It's got a password. It probably is. Like my software's crashed too, so that's always fun. These things always come at the same time. task on those. Launch Hyperdash again. Always launches faster the second time though, and anyway, people might be going into the lobby, so it probably does a favour. With me as it logs in. Yeah, I think that's it. I'm seeing a lobby with DBDH, but no other players. I'm going to drop a Discord and just check this because I'm not completely sure. Oh, well, there's no one else in here. I need a... Yes, there is a second... Okay, I'm glad I hung around. There is a second control point. I've just had that confirmed from Gremlin. So I guess we are going to do that in here. Because you've got all the DBDH players in there now. And it is Gremlin's lobby. Okay, so I'm going to bring you back into the game scene here because it looks like we are doing another control point, so they are doing a double CP. I'm glad I hung around. I very nearly just turned this off, so that would have been a shame. So this will be the decider. So the CP win in that last one went to DBDH, so this will be on time now for Doc. So this is a Dallas server, and I'm seeing DBDH are all on green. So, but no Doc players turning up. It looks like Doc maybe are unaware of this right now. So all of DBDH seem to know about this, but I'm wondering if maybe Doc doesn't know because their players were still in the other lobby having what looked like a post-game chit-chat. So we just have to hold and see what happens now. They're doing okay. So I've had confirmation they are doing a quick player swap on the other team. So I guess they're trying to work out what players to bring in before we crack on with this second CP. I can't hold very much longer myself though, because I'm going to need to run my daughter to the hospital by the sounds of it, so I can't hang around all evening. So I'll give them a few minutes and then I'll just leave this running if I need to. It'll be the longest cast ever though, because I'll probably be there overnight. What's going on in the chat in the meantime? Still got 14 people in here. That's good. Oh, I didn't end that poll either. So the prediction for these CPs was a win from DBDH at 87%. Yeah. Still not seeing any other players come in for this second one. I'm just going to disappear for a second while we wait, and I need to speak to my wife about something. I will be back very shortly though. Okay, back in the room. Ah, we have. I know that's another DBDH. I thought we were going to have some people coming in then, but it looks like maybe not. This would be a pity for Doc if they don't come to this, because that would essentially hand the match over and they could still win it. But I guess we just have to give them a few more minutes. In the meantime, I'm going to tell you a little bit about the Dash League. For those who don't know, the main website is at dashleague.games, where you can get match information, calendar, and a bunch of information about previous matches and stuff like that. Lots of good stuff on there. And see all the cool logos too, of course. See the matches up which are coming over the next few days and things. Then there's the merch store, which is a place where you can go and order cool stuff with logos all over it of your own teams and stuff. Very cool. You can even get your own hoodies and stuff made up, and hats and all sorts of good stuff like that. And then we've got the Discord, which is the main source of the community, I suppose you could say, and it's also worth checking out the Dash League University there, where you can learn to play Hyperdash at a higher level. And of course we've got the YouTube channel, which you're probably watching it on right now, which has not only the live matches but also a back catalogue of all the matches which have been played over the years and streamed out live, just like this one. And then finally we also now have a metaverse at world.dashleague.games. You can just go there on your web browser, mobile phone, even on your VR headset, although that's only an alpha, and you can play with augmented reality guns, augmented reality helmets. You can see the Hall of Champions, and you can watch this game, in fact, in the metaverse on your with your friends. And we are the Dash League. Anyway, let's go back now to the game. It's looking like they're not going to come. Yeah, I'm just having a message saying from Gremlin saying he's not quite sure why they're not in the lobby yet. Just gonna message him. So I don't know enough about the rules to, if anyone in the chat knows more about the rules, that would be helpful to me, because I'm not that au fait with them. But what happens if the other team doesn't turn up to a game? I think there is a time threshold. 15 minutes rings a bell, but I might be wrong on that. So if anyone knows that, that would be good to know. I'm going to have to bug soon anyway, though, and drop this cast because I do have to take my daughter to hospital. So, and I can't wait much longer. Wait a few more minutes, but then I'm going to have to just drop. Okay, so I put a message into the Dash League crew to see if they can help me understand what we do in a situation like this, where the other team isn't turning up. And hopefully I'll get a response in there, and then we know what to do. Not sure how long it was, I've not been measuring time. Three. They've been at least 10 minutes. Yeah, that's 10 minutes at least now. So let's see what Discord says. I'll give them another couple of minutes and then we'll see. Oh, it's doing that weird thing again where I don't know what's going on with that. It's very strange. It's like I can switch away, but then I'm all tilted. Strange. Anyway. Just taking back to the game scene. There's not much going on, I'm afraid. Just seeing an empty lobby right now. So it's quite a busy day on the Dash League today. You've got this match, and then later this evening we've got Fear and Southern Cross, and then DBDH, these guys again are playing Virus later tonight as well. So those are worth checking out. But I am thinking this game is probably over. I'm getting a response on the Dash League through Discord, so maybe that will yield some kind of response as to what we do. Yeah. Well, someone was typing and then stopped typing. I'm thinking this is over though, so just gonna, yeah, I'm gonna request the questions from Remnant as well. I think, yeah, I don't know the rules on this, but they have now been 15 minutes, so I'm gonna call that as over at least. And if I'm wrong, I'm wrong, and they can take it up with the Dash League and see where that goes. And what they do about it, I just don't know enough about it. Bear with me 1 second. Minutes. Ah, okay. Thank you. Right. So they didn't turn a, yeah. So that is game over. I've just had confirmation on that from the crew. Bear with. So I'm going to wrap that up. Looks like that is the end of the game, which means that DBDH look like they won this. As I say, not completely sure on the rules, but that seems to be the case. So I'm going to close this because I now do need to go. So thank you all very much indeed. I hope you enjoyed the game whilst we watched it, and see you again next time.